Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
Yesterday, you have seen JDBC introduction. JDBC full form, Java Database Connectivity. JDBC definition, specification for developing database applications with Java programming language. And what is database application? Which is communicates with database. What is database? Software. It is an organized collection of data. How data organized? Tables. What table contains? Fields and records. Okay. Database software, if you install, how many parts install? 2 parts. What is the first one? Second one? Database. Database application example, SQL prompt. Database example, Oracle. MySQL is a database or language? SQL is a, all databases can understand only one language, that is SQL. Okay. MySQL also can understand SQL. Oracle also can understand SQL. Okay. Application is front end or back end? Database is back end. Application is client or server? Application, client. Database is server. Okay. Now, application and database, both are softwares. We can call it a client software. We can call it a server software. Okay. Now, Say application and database. Say it's an application, it's a database. It's an application and it's a database. These two, if you want to connect, this is one software. This is one software. These two softwares, if you want to connect together, one more software required. That software is called driver. So connecting application and database also one software required. That software is called driver. Next heading, driver. Note down. Next heading, driver. A driver is a software and it is used to connect application and database. A driver is a software and it is used to connect application and database. A driver is a software and it is used to connect application and database. A driver is a software and it is used to connect application and database. Say, suppose myself, I'm going to develop one application by using JDBC. That application, if you want to connect to a database, one more software required. That software is called driver. So if you want to connect this application and this database, one more software required. That software is called driver. But if I open SQL prompt, it is predefined application. It's already defined by Oracle Corporation. So just we are writing connect, we are typing username, we are typing password, it is connected to database. But this software, that software also connected with driver software only. Okay. So software, if you want to connect also, one software required. Hardware, if you want to connect also, one software required. For example, if you want to connect printer to this computer, printer is hardware, this computer is hardware. These two, if you want to connect, one software required. Printer supported driver software required. Then only we can connect. Scanner supported driver required. Then only we can connect. If you want to connect mobile supported driver required. Then only we can connect. So other electronic gadgets, if you want to connect to computer also, one software required. That software is called driver. Here, why we are calling driver this software? Say application is a source and database is a destination. From source to destination, data traveled from here to here. Okay. So it is source, it is destination. Otherwise, it is destination, it is source, it is destination. But data traveled from here to here. Traveling purpose driver required. Like that here also driver. That is the reason only driver. Okay. This driver software will take care about data. So data traveled from here to here through driver. Here to here, data traveled through driver. That is one software. So that is the reason only named driver. Otherwise, why it is driver? Okay. So from here, you'll send the request. You want to retrieve data from database. Suppose those who are drawing salary 10,000 above, that information you want to retrieve. Then what you'll do, you'll send your request. And again, response comes. This data traveled from one location to another location. So that is through software. That software is called driver. Okay. A driver is a software and it is used to connect application and database. This software is required. But these drivers, so many drivers are available in the software industry. You can download, you can connect. So these drivers also developed by third-party companies also. Like while downloading softwares from internet, third-party driver, third-party software appears. Many places third-party appears. While downloading softwares, while downloading any software from internet, one message comes. It is a third-party driver. It is third-party driver. You want to allow or not? Let this message comes. First of all, who is first party? Who is second party? That is third party appears. Okay. Always third party only appears, you observe maximum times. But who is first party? Who is second party? Actually, here, application and database. Suppose application is Java. Database is Oracle. Application is Java. Database is Oracle. But this driver software should be developed by one company. Now, this is Java. Java developed by Sun Microsystem. It is Oracle database. It is developed by Oracle Corporation. This driver, if it is developed by Sun Microsystem, then we can say driver is developed by first party vendor. If this driver is developed by Oracle Corporation, then we can say this driver is developed by second party vendor. Suppose this driver not developed by Sun Microsystem, not developed by Oracle Corporation, any other company developed, that is called third party. Fourth party will not be there, only third party. Other than these two companies, third party. Okay. Like front end developer, if it is developed means first party. Back end developer developed means second party. Other than these two companies, if they develop, third party. That is called third party. If these people, if they want to develop driver, they have to take the permission from database vendor. If these people, if they want to develop driver, these people, they have to take the permission from application vendor. If any other company, if they want to develop driver, they have to take the permission from both the companies. Okay. Without taking permission, if they develop means, that is, we cannot trust. That software, no one will trust. That is called pirated software. Like that, we are calling. Okay. So third party also licensed softwares will be there. Third party software also okay. If it is licensed. License when it will come? If they give a permission, then license comes. So suppose ABC company, if they want to develop driver, they have to take the permission from this company. Then that is licensed software. Like that. Okay. Next, write it. Drivers are developed by first party vendors, first party vendor, comma, second party vendor, and third party vendors. Drivers are developed by first party vendor, second party vendor, and third party vendors. Drivers are developed by first party vendor, second party vendor, and third party vendors. So first party, second party, third party. Now I'll give example. Note on example. Okay. Vendor nothing but company. Product based companies are called vendors. Software company only. First party company, second party company, third party company. Instead of company, we'll call it like this, vendor in software terminology. Okay. So it is first party company, second party company, like that, instead of calling first party vendor, second party vendor, software terminology, vendor. Okay. Vendor nothing but company only, software company. Now, for example, it is Java application. Java application. Java application, and it is Oracle database. Oracle database. Now, this Java application and Oracle database, if you want to connect, one software required. That software is called driver. Okay. Now, with this software only, connection possible. Now, this Java developed by Sun Microsystems. But now that is owned by Oracle Corporation only, that is also Sun Microsystem. Java developed by Sun Microsystem. Oracle database developed by Oracle Corporation. Oracle Corporation. Now, Java developed by Sun Microsystem, that is purchased by Oracle Corporation company. Okay, but developed by Sun only. These people only developed. Later, that company hand over to Oracle Corporation. Now, if this driver developed by Sun Microsystem, then we can say this driver developed by first party vendor. If this driver developed by Oracle Corporation, then we can say second party vendor developed. If this driver developed by other than these two companies, then we can say third party vendor. Okay. Now write this example. I'll give notes. Java application and Oracle database. Online students, just listen with concentration. End of the session, I'll clarify your doubts. Is it over? See, if this driver software, if it is developed by Java people, Sun Microsystem company, then we can say first party vendor. If this driver developed by Oracle Corporation people, then we can say second party vendor. Other than these two companies, third party vendor. Okay. Is it over? Write the notes. In the above example, Sun Microsystems is a first party vendor. Oracle Corporation is a second party vendor. And other than Sun Microsystem and Oracle Corporation is a third party vendor. In the above example, Sun Microsystems is a first party vendor. Oracle Corporation is a second party vendor. Other than Sun Microsystems and Oracle Corporation is a third party vendor. In the above example, Sun Microsystems is a first party vendor. Oracle Corporation is a second party vendor. Other than Sun Microsystem and Oracle Corporation is a third party vendor. If the application developer developed means first party, database developer developed means second party. Other than these two company means third party. Okay. Next, not done. ODBC drivers were exist before Java technology. ODBC drivers were exist before Java technology. Now, first ODBC drivers I'll explain. Later, other drivers came. ODBC drivers were exist before Java technology. Otherwise, first you write this one better. There are two categories of drivers. First one, ODBC drivers. Second one, JDBC drivers. After this, ODBC drivers were exist before Java technology. There are two categories of drivers: ODBC drivers, JDBC drivers. There are two categories of drivers: ODBC drivers, JDBC drivers. ODBC drivers were exist before Java technology. Later, JDBC drivers came. Why JDBC drivers came? I'll explain. Next, write it. There are many ODBC drivers. There are many ODBC drivers. ODBC stands for Open Database Connectivity. There are many ODBC drivers. ODBC stands for Open Database Connectivity. Open Database Connectivity. There are many ODBC drivers. ODBC stands for Open Database Connectivity. See, today you are learning about driver. Today you are learning about drivers. There are two categories of drivers: ODBC drivers, JDBC drivers. ODBC drivers were exist before Java technology. There are many ODBC drivers. ODBC stands for Open Database Connectivity. See, first what is happened before Java, I'll explain. There are many databases. There are many databases. Suppose it's an Oracle database. It is a MySQL database. It is a DB2 database or Derby database, like that. So many databases are there. Now, suppose here it's a Oracle database. It is MySQL database. It is one more database, either Derby database or SQL Server database, like so many databases, dash. Say, there are many databases. If you type in a Google list of databases, hundreds of databases comes. But worldwide, number one database, Oracle. Okay, worldwide, top rating database, Oracle. Oracle database is a number one database. It is more secure as compared to other databases. Now, these all databases, every database, separate ODBC driver was there. Here, it is a ODBC driver. ODBC driver. Here, ODBC driver for Oracle. Like this only, ODBC driver for MySQL. ODBC driver for dash. For every database, separate driver. Every database, separate driver was there. These all drivers, nothing but softwares. These are all softwares grouped together in a one more software that is called ODBC tool. ODBC tool. This tool contains this driver and this driver. This driver, like this. Like this. All ODBC drivers are the part of ODBC tool. This is also one software. Okay. These all softwares. This is also software. Before Java language only it was there. Here, starting before Java. They developed applications with the C, C++, and Smalltalk, Ada, Simula, what are the languages already exist. That's what, instead of writing all names, I'm writing non-Java applications. Non-Java applications or non-Java application. That means other than Java. This application, they connected to ODBC tool. This application, they connected to ODBC tool. This tool contains list of ODBC drivers. Suppose if they want to connect to Oracle, they selected this driver. With this driver, they connected to Oracle. If they want to change the database, what they have to change? This driver they have to change. This driver to this driver. So like this connected. If they want to connect other database, like this, they connected. This is before Java. When Java came, what has happened? I'll explain. First, write this one. Whatever you studied core Java, that is language. Here, programming part more, logical part less, programming part more. For first program only this knowledge required. say whatever you studied object oriented programming, prepare and be ready. Tomorrow onwards, coding will be there. For coding, that core Java object oriented programming knowledge is mandatory. You prepare and come. With your answers only, I'll write the programs. I'll ask questions, you have to give answers. With your answers, I'll write the program. These drivers, most important, here some confusion concept is there. I'll explain. If they ask any question from JDBC, definitely they'll ask question from drivers only. That's what it is important. Don't neglect. See, here I given non-Java, other than Java. So before Java language, how they connected to databases like this. Before Java language, how they connected non-Java application and database. That is this diagram. So non-Java application, they connected to ODBC tool. In this ODBC tool, list of drivers available. List of drivers available. They selected driver. And if they want to connect to Oracle, they selected this driver. If they want to connect to MySQL, they selected this driver. If they want to connect to DB2, they selected this driver. Like that, they connected. Okay. Now, is it over? Is it completed? Now, now listen. Online students, your doubts end of the session I'll clarify. It is not one-to-one session. See, online 654, offline nearly 300 plus. So total almost 1000 people are there. Okay. Every minute one question comes, I'll accept. But end of the session I'll give a time. So 5:30 onwards, for 20 minutes, I'll clarify your doubts. Okay. See, now you observe here, starting like this, they connected. Before Java only, non-Java application, they connected to databases with ODBC tool. Here, I'll show you. Present, this is not required. Just I'll show you. ODBC, if you type here, this is with Microsoft Windows operating system only comes. Say ODBC. If I type, this is called ODBC tool. This dialog box is, say core Java different, advanced Java different. It is completely different, you observe. Okay. But core Java knowledge is compulsory to write programs. Theory completely different appears. See, whatever you studied yesterday, today, it is completely different appears, no? Complete different appears. Okay. But core Java knowledge is mandatory for tomorrow onwards. Today also theory will be there, tomorrow onwards. Okay. Programming part is same appears. theory complete different. Now, end of the course, you will be able to develop your own website. You can create your own website also, possible with advanced Java. Real-time applications you are learning. Okay. Say, I said here ODBC tool. ODBC tool. This is only ODBC software. See, just what I did in search button, ODBC I written here, ODBC data sources app. If I double click, we got this dialog box. This dialog box is nothing but ODBC tool. Okay. This dialog box nothing but ODBC tool. Whenever you click add button, these are drivers. Nothing but these all. Like ODBC driver for Oracle, ODBC driver for MySQL, ODBC driver for DB2. These all drivers. Now, if you want to connect to Oracle, you will select this one. If you want to connect to MS Access, you will select this one. If you want to connect to Paradox, you will select this one. If you want to connect to DBase, you will select this one. Like that, we have drivers. See how many drivers are there? Many drivers are there, no? Now, if you want to connect to Oracle, you will select this one. Suppose here MySQL driver not there. You can download from internet. ODBC driver for MySQL software. Whenever you download, whenever you install, that is also appears in this box only. Any other database driver, if you download and if you install, that driver also appears in this dialog box only. So here ODBC tool contains ODBC drivers. Whichever database you want to connect, that particular driver you have to select. With that, we can connect to a database. Like this, they did before Java. After few days, Java came. After few days, Java came. Okay. When Java came and exists in the market, what they did is they used Java. Here, they developed application with Java language. So they developed application with Java. Now non-Java place, just I am writing Java. Now this is as it is. This is Java. This application developed in Java language. Now this application they tried to connect to a database. Same style they connected, but connection failed. Same style they tried to connect to a Oracle database, MySQL database, DB2 database, like that they connected, but connection failed. Reason, ODBC compatibility was not there in Java. So Java language not developed with ODBC compatibility. Whatever Java application passing instruction, ODBC cannot understand. That connection failed. So first they faced this problem. Then JDBC drivers introduced. So non-Java application, how they connected to databases, same style they connected, but connection failed. ODBC cannot understand Java instruction. That is the reason only JDBC drivers introduced. So this connection failed. Java and ODBC, that connection is failed. Java instruction ODBC cannot understand. Then how to solve this situation? Okay, say for example, here JDBC drivers also, types of JDBC drivers are there. Many are there. I'll explain. First, Java application and ODBC they connected. Connection failed. Whatever Java application passing instruction, that ODBC not understanding. Then how to solve this situation? What they did is, one small example. Suppose our Prime Minister came to Hyderabad, he given speech in English. Here audience, they don't know English, assume. Now, Prime Minister continuously giving speech in English. but audience are not understanding English. They don't know English. They know only Telugu. Assume. Then how to solve this situation? One translator required. So here also what they did, one translator developed. One translator developed. Whatever Java application passing instruction, this translator will translates ODBC. What is that? That is also on driver. That is also on software. This translator also software. So like this, first they developed, but with this many drawbacks are there. What is the drawback is communication slow. See, actually Prime Minister has to spend only 1 hour, but with the translation, what will happen? 2 hours. Because of translation, it will become 2 hours, no? So actually Prime Minister duty 1 hour only. Because of translation, he has to spend 2 hours. Now, here, this application, suppose database in US, database is in US. You are sending request from Hyderabad. You are sending request from Hyderabad. Then what will happen? First, your Java instruction converted to ODBC understandable format. After that, with ODBC driver, it will convert into Oracle database understandable format. This communication will become slow. Then downloading data from USA to Hyderabad, it takes time consuming. But in internet, 1 second also people are not waiting. You know very well. Okay. See, if you want advanced Java tutorial, what you will do? You'll open Google. You'll type advanced Java tutorial. So many tutorial appears. First link you'll click. If it is shows loading, will you wait? 1 second also people will not wait. They'll click on second website. If alternative not there, you'll wait. Alternative is there. Why waiting? First link you'll click. Loading, it shows. Again, second link. Second link also slow. Third link. Like that, you are going to select. If little bit slow, you'll go to next website. That is happening. If alternative is there, you'll go for next website. Suppose you have a ICICI bank account. You want to transfer fund to your friend. You'll open ICICIbank.com. You'll open. That is very slow. What will do? You have to wait, no other option. Your account is in ICICI Bank only. You cannot transfer fund from other bank. Not possible, no? So, alternative is not there. People will wait. Alternative is there. They'll go for next website. In internet, if with this concept, what will happen? Communication becomes slow. That is the reason here. See, one solution is translator. One solution. Say Prime Minister came to Hyderabad, he given speech in English, but audience are not understanding. To solve the situation, translator we use it. That is the first solution. But translator drawback is time consuming. But how to solve? Any other solution is there? So Prime Minister, general example only. What is that? Now, Prime Minister giving speech in English, but audience are not understanding. To solve that situation, one solution, translator. But translator drawback is time consuming. Any other solution is there? Prime Minister has to learn Telugu. Okay. Prime Minister has to learn Telugu. See, if I give one assignment only, in core Java, I am giving assignments. 10-15 days time if I give also, you are not doing assignment. You are saying like a Prime Minister, I am not getting a time. Will get a Prime Minister time? Prime Minister should learn Telugu means Prime Minister will not get a time, no? Next, any other solution? Audience should learn English. Okay. Now, here 3 solutions. 3 solutions. Best solution is translator. Immediate solution, translator. Immediately Prime Minister cannot learn Telugu. Audience cannot learn English. Immediate solution, translator. Okay. Leave it. That translator, leave it. Translator, time consuming. In second solution, which is best? Audience learning English better or Prime Minister learning Telugu better? Prime Minister learning Telugu. Same Prime Minister will go to Karnataka. He has to learn Kannada also. Again, he'll go to Tamil Nadu. One more language. For learning all India language, 5 years it will take. 5 years, one more Prime Minister will come. So instead of that, audience, if they learn English better, no? Audience, if they learn English, any Prime Minister, same English. So here also same. One solution, translator. But translator, time consuming. Translator, time consuming. Here two more options are there. We have to change the Java. Java like a Prime Minister. Okay. Now we have to change the Java. Complete Java we have to change. ODBC understandable format you have to change. That is one solution. Otherwise, these all drivers, new drivers you have to develop. Which is the best solution? New drivers are better. Driver is small software. Java is not a small software. For developing Java, it has taken some years. Years it has taken for developing Java. But driver nothing but one small software. That is the reason Java not changed. Java as it is. These drivers are changed. New drivers came. So first what they did is like this translator only they developed. But with the translator, time consuming. That is the reason new set of drivers came. That is only JDBC. JDBC drivers. Okay. Now, note on. Java instructions. Java instructions. ODBC drivers cannot understand because ODBC drivers were exist before Java. That compatibility was not there. Java instructions, ODBC drivers cannot understand because ODBC drivers were exist before Java. That compatibility was not there. Just 1 minute. See, See, what happened? Address you don't know? Beside Satyam Theatre. Beside Satyam Theatre, that is called New Block. Okay. In that building, first floor, tomorrow onwards. Now, Java instructions. If you don't know address, you can ask admins outside later after class. Okay. They will guide you. Admins are there, office boys are there, they'll guide you. Not over. Now, Java instructions, ODBC drivers cannot understand because ODBC drivers were exist before Java. That compatibility was not there. So, to solve that situation, to solve that problem, JDBC drivers are introduced. Write it. To solve the above problem, JDBC drivers were introduced. To solve the above problem, JDBC drivers were introduced. To solve the above problem, JDBC drivers were introduced. There are 4 types of JDBC drivers. There are 4 types of JDBC drivers. First one, JDBC like a type 1 driver. Type 1 driver. JDBC ODBC bridge driver. Second one, type 2 driver. JDBC native API driver. Third one, type 3 driver. JDBC native API driver, JDBC network protocol driver. Network protocol driver. Fourth one, type 4 driver. JDBC 100% pure Java driver. To solve the above problem, JDBC drivers were introduced. There are 4 types of JDBC drivers. First one, type 1 driver, JDBC ODBC bridge driver. Type 2 driver, JDBC native API driver. Type 3 driver, JDBC network protocol driver. Type 4 driver, JDBC 100% pure Java driver. There are 4 types of JDBC drivers. Type 1 driver, type 2 driver, type 3 driver, type 4 driver. See, with core Java knowledge, advanced Java nothing. Very simple. With advanced Java Solid's knowledge, frameworks nothing. So further Spring, Spring Boot, microservice, these all whatever you are going to learn, those all very easy appears if you are perfect in Solid's topic. JDBC Solid, these all. Further, it is very easy appears. Prerequisite like for learning advanced Java, core Java up to exception handling prerequisite. For learning Spring, Solids up to Solids prerequisite. Like that, if you learn, it will become easy. Okay. Now, type 1 driver, JDBC ODBC bridge driver. Type 2 driver, JDBC native API driver. Type 3 driver, JDBC network protocol driver. Type 4 driver, JDBC 100% pure Java driver. But already type 5 driver also came, but not recognized by Sun Microsystem company and Oracle company. That's what I'm not giving that. Okay. Type 5 also came, but that is not considered by Oracle Corporation and Sun Microsystem. Not considered. Now, here 4 types of drivers are there. Say, first what they did, this Java application and ODBC connected. Java application and ODBC, they're connected, but connection failed. Connection failed. That is the reason only these drivers came. These drivers came. But why these many drivers? I'll explain. Next, write it. There are two ways to connect Java application and database. There are two ways to connect Java application and database. First one, by using JDBC drivers and ODBC drivers. Second one, by using only JDBC drivers. There are two ways to connect Java application and database. First way, by using JDBC drivers and ODBC drivers. Second way, by using only JDBC drivers. With only JDBC possible, with JDBC and ODBC possible, but with only ODBC not possible. I'll explain with the diagrams. With that only you'll get a clarity. See, there are two ways to connect Java application and database. One way by using JDBC and ODBC drivers. Second way by using only JDBC drivers. See, is it over? Writing is over. See, Java application. Okay, and it's a database, any one database. Now, there are two ways. There are two ways to, these all required to learn programming. Don't neglect. Required to learn programming. I'm not teaching unnecessary theory. This theory required to learn programming. While writing program, one line also I'll not write my own. With your answers only I'll write. I'll ask question, you have to give answer. With your answers I'll write. If you forget, you cannot give answer. Okay. Say Java application and database. Java application and database. There are two ways to connect Java application and database. One way by using JDBC and ODBC drivers. One more way by using only JDBC drivers. Say you observe JDBC driver, ODBC driver, here only JDBC driver. Now, one way like this we can connect. One way. One more way like this you can connect. Now actually, first what they did with ODBC driver, they connected. First what they did, Java application and database, they connected with ODBC. That connection failed. That is the reason translator introduced. The translator also JDBC driver. So this is nothing but translator. What it will do, it will take Java instruction and converts into ODBC driver understandable format. Like that they connected. This driver is type 1 driver. type 1 driver. But this driver is type 2 driver. Type 2 driver or type 4 driver. Type 3, later I'll explain. If I type 3 also, if I add, confusion comes. Now you observe, starting Java application and database, they connected with ODBC driver. That connection failed. To solve that situation, JDBC type 1 driver first came. JDBC type 1 driver came. But with this driver, time consuming. It is translator like. It will convert Java instruction into ODBC understandable format. Then connection established. Like this they did. Later, it is taking more time to connect. That is the reason another drivers came. That is only type 2. But why type 4, why type 3, I'll explain. Today only you cannot understand all. Okay. Present, write this diagram. Say, is it over? No. How many ways are there to connect Java application and database? 2 ways. What is first one? By using JDBC drivers and ODBC drivers. Second one, by using only JDBC drivers. If you want to connect JDBC and ODBC, if you want to use both JDBC driver, ODBC driver, which type driver, JDBC driver required? Type 1 required. If you want to connect with only JDBC driver, type 2 or type 4. One more question. Can we connect Java application and database with only type 1 driver without ODBC? No, it is not possible. Can we connect Java application and database by using only ODBC driver? No. If you want to use ODBC, which type JDBC driver required? Type 1 driver required. You cannot use only ODBC. You cannot use only type 1. ODBC required. You are using type 1 means ODBC required. You are using ODBC means type 1 required. If you want to use only JDBC, you must select either type 2 or type 4. Okay. About type 3, I didn't include here. Okay. Type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4. each driver, advantage, disadvantage, architecture, functionality, and the program. These all you have to learn. Java program and database connection program. Once if the connection is established, then you can perform the task. Okay. First connection establishment required. Okay. Now, Java application and database, if you want to connect, first of all, they used this one. Type 1 driver first came. This type 1 driver, Java 8 onwards, it is outdated. Now we are using only type 2, type 3, type 4. Type 1 outdated. So this driver also removed from Java software. The driver also not there. The driver also not there now. It is removed from Java software. That program, it is not possible also. Because in a latest Java 8 onwards, Java latest version 19. Java 8 only that is removed. Okay. But in interview they'll ask why it is removed. That's the reason you have to learn. Okay. Next. Note on. Note. All JDBC drivers are classes in Java. All JDBC drivers are classes in Java. So driver nothing but one Java class. Driver nothing but one Java class. All JDBC drivers are classes in Java. Okay. Now, about these drivers, before going to this driver, yesterday I given JDBC definition. What is JDBC definition? It is a specification for developing database applications with Java programming language. What is specification? I didn't explain. No, that is I'll explain. Now, note down. Specification. It is a set of rules and guidelines that are used to develop applications and environments. It is a set of rules and guidelines that are used to develop applications and environments. It is a set of rules and guidelines that are used to develop applications and environments. See, specification nothing but it is just one document. It's a MS Word document, that type. What will be there in that document? Rules, guidelines. Say, for example, here it is JDBC specification. In short, we are calling as spec also. Specification will call it as spec. Say, here rules and guidelines will be there. It is just one document. It is not a programming language. Java is a language. JDBC is a specification. It contains rules and guidelines. What it contains? How to develop database application. The rules and guidelines are present. For understanding, general example, Java example I'll take. Suppose you observe. In Java, you'll write one statement. After writing statement, semicolon you'll write. System.out.println welcome. Semicolon compulsory, no? Without semicolon, will it compile? No. This is one rule. Every statement must be terminated with semicolon. In Java, every statement must be terminated with semicolon. That is one rule. Now, that is available in Java specification. So, that is available in Java specification. Java also specification. Programming language also, specification also, platform also, technology also. So many are there. Here it is Java specification. Now, Java specification. It contains so many rules, so many guidelines. Now, one rule I selected. Suppose every statement must be terminated with semicolon. That is one rule. That is one rule. With that rule only, you have to develop your Java program. Your Java program. Compulsory, your Java program should follow this Java specification. No? For writing Java program, you must follow Java specification rules. Okay. Java specification, nothing but one document. It contains some thousands of pages. That document, what it contains, rules, guidelines. Suppose you studied, how many types of variables are there? How many types? 3 types. What are those? Instance variables, class variables, local variables. When memory allocated to instance variable? Whenever object is created. When memory allocated to class variable? Whenever class is loaded. When memory allocated to local variable? Whenever method is called. Instance variable in which memory block stored? Heap area. Class variables? Method area. Local variables? Stack area. How many ways to access instance variable? What are those? How many ways to access class variable? What are those? Directly, class name, object, object reference. How many ways to access local variable? One way. That is directly. Now, when we have to use instance variable in Java programming, value is different. When we have to use class variable, value is same. When we have to use local variable to perform the task. Student roll number, which variable required? Instance variable. Student name, instance variable. Address, mobile number, mail ID, college name, which variable? Class variable. University name, class variable. C language marks, instance variable. C++ marks, Java marks, instance variable. Total marks. Clear, no? Now, employee student roll number, which variable we have to write? Instance variable. Okay. Now, college name, which variable you have to write? By mistake, college name, if you write instance variable, will it work or not? Works or not? College name, you will write as an instance variable. Actually, which variable required? Class variable required. By mistake, you written instance variable. Will it work or not? Works. But memory wasted. Memory wasted. That is guideline. Every statement must be terminated with semicolon is rule. Every statement must be terminated with semicolon. That is rule. College name compulsory you have to write class variable. That is guideline. Those all present in specification. You must follow. You must follow here. If rules are, if you do mistake, guideline, if you do mistake, nothing will happen. Memory wasted. But rule only mistake, if you do, error comes. Suppose here, this Java program, if you want to write, this Java specification rules and guidelines you have to follow. Okay. Suppose one programmer, he doesn't want to follow Sun Microsystem rules. Instead of semicolon, he wants to write colon. Is it possible? What you will think is semicolon, colon, little bit different. I want to write colon only. He decided. Is it possible? No. Here, instead of semicolon, by mistake, if you write colon, this program you are going to compile. This program you are going to compile with Java compiler. Then this program, when you pass to compiler, it shows error. Because this compiler also developed with specification rules and guidelines. It will not allow. Whatever Sun Microsystem said, that is Java compiler will follow. That is developed by Sun Microsystem only. Whatever Sun Microsystem said, that a Java programmer also should follow. Not only Java compiler, you must to follow. If you don't want to follow, means it is not possible. That software already developed. See, every statement must be terminated with semicolon. That is one rule. You must to follow while writing statement semicolon. But one programmer, it doesn't want to follow. He wants to write colon only. Is it possible? No. Here only two options. One option, whatever Sun Microsystem said, follow. Otherwise, you develop compiler. Okay. Can you develop compiler? No. Then follow. That's it. Okay. Only two options. Either you develop Java compiler or follow Sun Microsystem rules and guidelines. Got it? So, like that, JDBC, it is nothing but specification. According to that specification, only driver software developed. Driver, what it will understand? According to specification rules, if you write your program, driver can understand. Otherwise, driver cannot understand. Then again, two options. Either follow rules and guidelines or develop driver. Okay. Developing driver not possible. Then follow rules and guidelines. That's it. Okay. Write this one. JDBC specification used by vendors to develop drivers. JDBC specification used by vendors to develop drivers. JDBC specification used by Java programmers to develop database applications. So you have to write JDBC program driver understandable format. If you write your own style, driver cannot understand, error comes. Okay. Because the driver software already developed. You must to follow. Here only two options. Either follow rules and guidelines or develop driver. Developing driver not possible. Then follow rules and guidelines. That's it. Okay. Here application, nothing but database application. Environment, nothing but driver. So JDBC specification used by vendors to develop driver. Driver nothing but one software environment. And application nothing but database application. So by using programming language, you can write program. But for writing database application purpose, for developing database application purpose, rules and guidelines are present in JDBC. So Java is a programming language. JDBC nothing but rules and guidelines. Programming language required, rules and guidelines required, then you can develop application. That is JDBC application. Okay. It is not completed. Tomorrow I'll continue. Be regular. Every class is important only. Tomorrow onwards, class in new block. Okay. New block first floor. New block first floor. If you don't know address, just ask them, admins or office boys. They'll guide you. 1 minute, 1 minute. 1 minute, wait. Okay. You are getting ID cards, no? In that building. They are giving ID cards. In that building, first floor. Okay. That is called new block. So you are getting ID cards in that ID cards given, no, in that building, first floor. Okay. Tomorrow you'll see continuation at 4 o'clock in that building. Online student, just wait 2 minutes. I'll clarify your Online students, one by one, I'll clarify your doubts. Online students. Environment, nothing but it can be a software or hardware. Kush. What is environment means? It can be a software or hardware. Ankit. Driver is nothing but one software. Already given definition. A driver is a software and it is used to connect application and database. Akshay. Yeah, this 1 minute. I'll give recorded videos last 4 sessions. These last starting 4 sessions, recorded videos. Admin details. This is admin details. This is my mail ID. Google Classroom link, you need to wait. You need to wait. Google Classroom link, you need to wait. Durga Prasad, that is core Java. Whatever I asked, that is core Java. Google Classroom link, you need to wait. Okay, running notes, note down, and as well as diagrams also write it. It is better. HTML, whatever required, I'll cover. But HTML, CSS, JavaScript, separate batch will be there. So these are the 4 classes. I taught only core Java concepts. Now Java is from Oracle. Java developed by Sun Microsystem, but now hand over to Oracle Corporation. ODBC drivers present in ODBC tool. Navaneet, yeah. Type 1 driver removed from Java software because of time consuming. Just minute, wait. Timings, Harshit, no changes in timing. Recorded videos already we shared in Google Classroom. See this one, chat box. You can see, otherwise you can copy from here. Internet application you can develop with advanced Java, Karthik. HTML, Akshay, HTML I'll cover, but HTML, CSS, JavaScript separate batch is there. Parallel you can attend or later also you can attend. Yeah, vendor means whoever will develop software, that company. Company called vendor. Terminology different. Rakesh, what are the software is required? I'll explain. Present you follow my rules and my whatever I'm teaching. Running notes, Pawan, running notes also write it. Diagrams also write it. I'll share notes PDF format. One example will be there in PDF. Malik, we are going to write code for only application. Mohammed, you can join. Full stack Java student also can join. Harshit, even if you get any doubt, you can mail to my mail ID. Sunday, I'll give a reply. Hanumantrao, advanced Java duration 60 to 70 days it will take. Ahmad Khan, same tomorrow at 4:15 I'll start. Akshay, if you are a full stack Java student, no need to pay the fee for HTML, CSS, JavaScript also. Navneet, I'm continuing subject. Harshit, testing also you can join parallelly.
Number ki WhatsApp unta, WhatsApp lo message.
Advanced Java, Oracle, HTML, these all you can join. Angular also you can join. Karthik, internet application you can build. Installation process, everything I'll explain. Navneet, you follow just class you follow. Any other doubts? We'll see continuation tomorrow. Akshay, that is Mohammed, what is your doubt? Host, co-host, yeah. Both people can mic on. Possible.
Batch admin name kaadu vera full stack Java ki vera batch admin vera unta.
Full stack Java. Yeah, 60 to 70 classes. Drivers tomorrow also explain.
సాయంత్రం మన ఫోన్ చేయ నాకు ఇప్పుడు బ్యాచ్ వేరే బ్యాచ్ ఉంది నాకు ఫోన్ లో వస్తున్నాయి మీద
నైట్ 8 కి చేసాను కాల్
చేయ అప్పుడు
ఓకే అమ్మా థాంక్స్ అమ్మా Sonu Kumar, that is you contact admin only. Testing tools doesn't require advanced Java. You can join. Only core Java already required. Pawan, write diagrams also, write running notes also, it is better. Surabhi Sneha, my new core Java batch, it takes time. Present, my free slots are not there. Already running all. Already 4 core Java batches are running.
Hello. Yes, Naresh.
Mahesh, yeah, some diagrams available, some diagrams not available. That's what write running notes better. Pooja, advanced Java is a part of full stack Java. In a full stack Java, core Java will be there, advanced Java will be there, Spring will be there, Hibernate will be there, microservices will be there. Yeah, what is your doubt, H1?
अच्छा फिर से लिख लो नंबर 9293
Sushil Kumar. Yeah, MVC
6789.
model view controller architecture like that. One small program, mini project type I'll teach. But same real time live project means one framework required.
6789 व्हाट्सएप खाली
We'll
व्हाट्सएप
see
करो हमको
continuation
7:30
tomorrow
क्लास
class.
क्लास
कल बोला था वो तो जीमेल से भी लॉगिन कर सकते थे पर जीमेल में आया
Satish
Gmail में
Verma.
तो आया था
Java P not recognized means you need to set the path to bin folder. JDK bin folder, you have to set the path.
जीमेल का मेरे को नहीं मालूम है तुम्हारे को कल
Projects,
बोला था वो एक बार सेंड करो
if
वो
we develop with
नहीं
advanced
भी
Java,
करा।
no use, at least one framework required.
मेरा उस पे व्हाट्सएप में मतलब
Java P command purpose, JDK bin path you have to set.
नहीं मालूम वो नंबर दिया ना अभी उसको पेमेंट
We'll see continuation tomorrow.
लगा सकते हो ना
वो उनको पूछो
उनको पूछना
मेरे को उसका एक्सेस नहीं है
अच्छा ठीक है ठीक है
Yeah, Sudhir, what is your doubt? Yeah, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, that is separate batch.
हेलो
Sudhir, after 1 month you can join in spring class. After 20 days you can join in spring class. 15-20 days at least. We'll see continuation tomorrow.
क्या हेलो ओके 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 నేను ఉంటే అడ్వాన్స్ జావా క్లాస్ అడ్మిన్ ఫుల్ స్టాక్ జావా బ్యాచ్ అడ్మిన్ వేరే వాళ్ళు ఉంటారు మీరు వాళ్ళని కన్సల్ట్ అవుతే మీకు ఈ బ్యాచ్ కాక ఇంకా వేరే బ్యాచ్ డీటెయిల్స్ వాళ్ళు ఇస్తారు అదే మీరు ఫస్ట్ పే చేసుకుని ఫుల్ స్టాక్ జావా కదా సో వాళ్ళు ఉన్న 6 మాడ్యూల్స్ లో ఇప్పుడు ఇది ఒక మాడ్యూల్ అడ్వాన్స్ జావా అట్లా వేరే మాడ్యూల్స్ ఉంటాయి దాని గురించి డీటెయిల్స్ మీ అడ్మిన్ అడగండి బ్యాచ్ అడ్మిన్ మీకు ఫుల్ స్టాక్ జావా అంటే ఇప్పుడు జావా కోర్ జావా మళ్ళా జావా క్లాసెస్ కి ఆన్లైన్ క్లాస్ లింక్ ఎవరు ఇచ్చారో వాళ్ళు నువ్వు పేమెంట్ చేసిన తర్వాత రిసిప్ట్ ఎవరికి పంపించారో వాళ్ళకి కాల్ Hello.
Yes, I am working here. So the thing is like today link will be changed, right?
For Python or for which class you're asking?
Yeah, for Python.
No, link will be same for today's class. Tomorrow link will be changed.
Okay. So what I'm supposed to say you right? So when I talk to HR, so that's what the same thing again. So I'm paying 2,500, okay, for rejoining.
Rejoining means previously which class you have joined?
Previously the same class gave you a class only during the March. Okay.
Okay.
Due to my work life, I mean, there are some timings were not suitable. So
It's a,
okay.
oh, who was the admin at the time?
I don't know his name, but I do have his number.
Okay, do share me his number in WhatsApp and okay, you pay 2,500. Who said you to pay 2,500?
That daily one call will come. I don't know which department that is.
Okay.
So those guys also.
Okay, then you just pay 2,500 and please share me that number, your admin number.
Okay, fine. Sir. Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Hello.
Sir, actually, నేను హరికృష్ణ సార్ బ్యాచ్ కోజావాకి అటెండ్ కావాలనుకుంటున్నా సార్.
Okay.
సార్ యాక్చువల్లీ నా ఆఫీస్ టైమింగ్ కి కిషన్ సార్ కోర్స్ నాకు ఎగ్జాక్ట్ సూటబుల్ అయితే లేదు. సార్ కొంచెం లింక్స్ అవి ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తారా సార్?
కిషన్ సార్ బ్యాచ్ అన్నప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ మీ అడ్మిన్ తో మాట్లాడి నేను కిషన్ సార్ బ్యాచ్ సారీ కిషన్ సార్ క్లాస్ నేను అటెండ్ కాలేను, హరికృష్ణ సార్ బ్యాచ్ కావాలి, దానికి ఏమైనా పేమెంట్ చేసుకోవాలని అడుగు.
పేమెంట్ సార్ నేను ఇప్పుడే స్టార్ట్ అయింది కదా, 2 days అయింది కదా.
ఏది
అంటే కిషన్ సార్ కోజావా.
కిషన్ సార్ బ్యాచ్ కి నువ్వు పే చేసుకున్నావా?
కిషన్ సార్ కాదు, నేను ఫుల్ స్టాక్ జావాకి పే చేసుకున్నా సార్.
అదే బ్రో, నీకు నీ ఫుల్ స్టాక్ జావా సిలబస్ లా హరికృష్ణ సార్ క్లాస్ ఫ్రీగా రాదు, పే చేసుకోవాలా. ఫుల్ స్టాక్ జావా స్టూడెంట్ అయితే వాళ్ళు ఇంక్లూడ్ కాదు.
ఫుల్ స్టాక్ జావా లేదు అది.
ఫుల్ స్టాక్ జావా వాళ్ళకి కిషన్ సార్ది కోర్ జావా క్లాస్ ఫ్రీ ఉంటుంది. ఒకవేళ రాదర్ దెన్ సపరేట్ ఫ్యాకల్టీ నీకు ఎవరైనా కావాలి, హరికృష్ణ సార్ లాగా వేరే ఫ్యాకల్టీ కావాలంటే నువ్వు ఎక్స్ట్రా పే చేసుకోవాలి క్లాస్.
అంటే ఎంత సార్ మరి ఇప్పుడు హరికృష్ణ సార్ ఫీజు?
అది నార్మల్గా అయితే 2,500, ఫుల్ స్టాక్ జావా స్టూడెంట్ కాబట్టి నువ్వు 2,000 2,1,500 ఎంత పే చేయాలి.
ఇంకా పే చేయాలా నేను?
అది మీ బ్యాచ్ అడ్మిన్ ఉంటారు కదా వాళ్ళ దగ్గర
Recording in progress.
Right. Okay. Okay, Andy. Good evening, everyone. You are getting more holidays. You are getting, right? Right. Look here. The last class, that is on Friday. Okay, right. Let me repeat once and write the continuation code once. Right. So the last class on Friday, we started exception handling process. Still discussion is going on. Okay, right. Let me repeat what has been happened on Friday class. The disturbance which is occurred from the application is known as exception. Exception handling process, the process which is used to handle the disturbance or exception is known as exception handling process. In exception handling process, we are using three blocks. One is try block, one is catch block, one is finally block. These blocks are executed automatically when the exception is raised. That's the information. What this try block contain? Try block will hold the statements which are going to raise the exception. What are the exception statements? Means what are the disturbance statements are there? We are writing in try. That's the meaning of it. Try block will hold the statements which are going to raise the exception. When exception raised, what happened now? When exception raised from try block, one object is created for exception type class and object reference is thrown onto catch block. To imagine this, I drawn one diagram giving information through this diagram. Whenever I have a statement as int v1, int v1 is equal to s dot next int. I am expecting integer value, but user entered non-integer value, that is float. Now one disturbance created here means exception raised. When exception raised, one object created for exception type class. Exception type class is input mismatch exception. Here one question mark will be there for you in the mind. How this exception type class is detected? That's the information. The doubt will come. So your execution control, when the disturbance rises, the execution control will have some algorithms, internal algorithms to detect that type of disturbance. Based on the type of disturbances, it called the parent class from the library. That only input mismatch exception, object created automatically, reference is thrown onto catch block. That is the information. What is this catch block now? The catch block will hold object reference thrown from the try block. and the required message generated from the catch block. So this is the information. Finally blocks are, finally block is also part of exception handling process, but executed automatically without depending on exception. It is part of exception handling, but executed without depending on exception. Without depending on exception. So what this finally block contain? Finally block is holding resource closing operations like IO close, file close, DB close, and so on. This is the theoretical information about try, catch, finally. The basic information available in the last class is when the exception raised in try block, one object created, reference thrown onto catch block. That point you remember, right? Okay. And let us go for today's class. Today's class is already program is there on that day, but I not given this program to you. I not given this program to you. Here. Enter the value 12. Here 12.34. Enter only integer value. So automatically try catch. Today's class is star mark IMP, defining and raising user defined exceptions. Defining and raising user defined exceptions. Defining and raising user defined exception. Step 1. Now, what is the program I am writing means? The program is, in this program, if I entered -12 or 0, if I entered, I must not use greater value there. If we entered 0 or less than 0, we must raise the exception. 0 or less than 0, we must raise the exception. 0 or less than 0, we have to define by one condition. We have to define by one condition. We are only writing the condition. We are only raising the exception. We are only handling the exception. Not only defining and raising user defined exception that I'm going to train it as a target. So for this, step 1, make it the user defined class must be extended from java.lang.exception class. Exception class. The user defined class must be extended from java.lang.exception class. That's the first rule. See that I am writing here. This class, whatever the class, user defined class, it extends from exception. It extends from exception. That is step 1. Step 2. Step 2. The user defined class must be declared with parameterized constructor with string as parameter. The user defined class must be declared with parameterized constructor with a string as a parameter. With string as parameter. Now user defined class must be declared with parameterized constructor with a string as a parameter. So I am declaring one constructor here. In this user defined class, I am declaring one constructor, public demo exception1. In this constructor, string as a parameter, string message. Now this is one parameterized constructor. This constructor will pass message to parent class. Already you know the super keyword, no? Super keyword will call the constructor from the parent and pass the parameter. Okay, right. Now continuation, full stop. This constructor will pass message to the parent class. Parent class java.lang.exception is the parent class. The user defined class must be declared with parameterized constructor with a string as a parameter. You continue it. And this constructor will pass message to the parent class. That's the step 2. Step 2. Step 3. Declare program statements in try block. Already try block available here, but it is a step actually. They must be in the try block. So declare program statements in try block. Anyway, they are in the try block only, but I am writing it as an 1 point. Step 4. Step 4. Right. Now, in the step 4, what happened is you need one condition to raise the exception. So define one exception condition here. After reading V1 and V2, define the condition. What is the condition now? If V1 is less than or equal to 0 or V2 is less than or equal to 0, any one, right? This we are calling it as exception condition, we say. We are only defining one condition, exception condition. Step 4. Define exception condition. Define exception condition. Define exception condition. When exception condition is true, generally, step 5. when exception condition is true. When exception condition is true, then create object for. When exception condition is true, then create object for. Object for user defined class. Create object for user defined class. When exception condition is true, then create object for user defined class and pass exception message as parameter while object creation. When exception condition is true, then create object for user defined class and pass exception message as parameter while object creation process. So the meaning of that line is like this. So step number 5, see there. When this condition is true, create object for user defined class. Who is user defined class now? Demo exception 1 is the user defined class. Create object. Demo exception 1 DE equal to new demo exception 1. While object creation, pass exception message as a parameter. Exception message is invalid values. Whatever the values you entered, they are invalid. You are passing one message. Now here one object is created now. Already you know the object creation process now. An object created. The object reference available on DE. DE is a variable, non-primitive data type variable declared by the type demo exception 1 holding the object reference. After this, next what, sir? Step 6. Use throw keyword. And throw the object reference onto catch block. Use throw keyword and throw the object reference onto catch block. Use throw keyword and throw the object reference onto catch block. Like this. The object reference available on DE. So use one throw keyword here like this. Throw DE means throwing object reference onto catch block. It's a concept. That's called throw. So this is the process. Define one condition. If the condition is true, create object for user defined class, throw the reference onto catch block. Whenever we throw the reference onto catch block now, when you throw the reference onto catch block, control will go to catch block. Sir, here catch block not there now, sir. We have tried the catch block. Write the catch block. You are writing catch block for whom now? Sir, I am throwing the reference of demo exception 1. Whenever we are throwing the reference of input mismatch, here input mismatch available or not now? Right. This object created by execution control. This throwing done by execution control because it is a predefined exception. But here, user defined exception. We only declared one condition. We are only creating object. We are only throwing. We are throwing DE. DE belongs to demo exception 1. So you must write demo exception 1, some DE I am throwing. Now the control will come from line number 22 to line number 58. The control will come. When the control comes here now, system.out.println, you have to print the message. What is the message now? Invalid values. To display that message, there is one predefined method known as de.getMessage. Now let me check it is working or not once. Whether exception, user defined exception, it is working or not. See there. Enter the value -12, 0. See there, invalid values. It is working or not now? That's called user defined exception. User defined means programmer defined exception. All of you understood the process? Right. Now the exception will come here. Once you throw it, the exception will come to catch block. Make it step 7. Display exception message from the catch block. Exception message from the catch block. Exception message from the catch block. Right. Now look here. All of you understood the process, everyone? Right. Okay. Now in this program now, sir, in this program, I entered 12. I entered 12. Now which one is greater? Which one is greater? The answer must be both are equal now. The answer must come equal values or not now, right? Now the answer must be equal values, sir. I must not select the choice. If we select greater also 12 only will come. If we select smaller also 12. So the answer must be values are equal. Whenever you want to do that, again exception here. How? Now, what is the condition here now? Sir, one more condition I am writing. I am writing one more condition now. What is that condition now? Sir, V1 equal to V2. This also I am writing it as exception condition. I am writing. When the exception condition is true, you have to create object for the class. Which class now? Sir, this exception condition belongs to same class only, no? So you have to create object for same only, no? Only message will be changed. What is the message now? Equal values. Equal values. Message will be changed. I written wrongly, yeah? Here. Equal values. Equal values. If this exception comes from the line number 22, control will go to line number 63. If this exception not there, control will come here. This exception is raised, control will go to catch. Now let me cross check whether it is working or not. I entered 12. I entered 12. Answer is coming now. Exception handling means what? Sir, exception handling means else block not there. What is not there now? Else. If else. What is that? Ladder if else that are not there. Actually, you people not there. For object oriented programmers not there. For your satisfaction, we write it. Actually, all exceptions, all else blocks will come as an catch block. Only concept. All of you understood the process, basic process. What is the basic process now? Sir, the class must be extended from java.lang.exception. Declare one parameterized constructor. This parameterized constructor will pass message to the parent class java.lang.exception. Declare one exception condition. If it is true, create object for user defined class. While object creation, give the exception message as parameter. The object reference will be available on one variable. No, throw that reference onto catch block by using one throw keyword. All of you got this point, right? See there. Now we are going to copy this program here. After this process, we are taking example program. We take it here. IComparable.java demo exception 1.java. This is one main class you had it. Now in that program, two exceptions are there. See there. One exception is this one. Input mismatch is there, no? This exception we call it as predefined exception, means already available from the library. We call it as predefined exception. This exception is predefined, user defined. User means programmer. Programmer will define, programmer will use it. So here programmer defined, we call it as user defined exception. User defined exception. All of you understood this process? Both are available there. Now, this program will be pasted here. One small diagram here. Why small diagram means? Before that I given one diagram, no? For checked, for predefined I drawn one diagram, no? The same way one small layout for your user defined layout. Okay, right. See there. For document purpose. Concept is small only. All of you understood or not understood? Yes or no? Once you practice, it will come. That's all. Nothing is there. One or two programs if you write. So because the concept is very small concept only. Right. See there. Right. Now look here. Now I am having one try here. One try. Some statements are there. Here one condition. If V1 less than or equal to 0 or V2 less than or equal to 0, this is one exception condition. Here we write it. Demo exception 1 DE is equal to new demo exception 1. Demo exception 1. Here invalid values. Throw D. Here if condition dot try block will be closed. Then we had a catch no here. Right. Catching what now? Demo exception 1 some DE, our target. Let us see what happens. Now, sir, This is your exception area. This is our exception area, no? Anyway, right. Okay. When the disturbance raised, we have to create object, right? Whenever we are creating object, you came from inheritance chapter. Yes or no? Na? Parent-child relations will be there in inheritance. In the parent-child relation, first program in your inheritance, parent class extended to child class. We always create object for child. Whenever we create object for child, child class object will hold all the members of parent, all the members of child. That's the information. Here, we are creating object for child. Child means demo exception 1. This is child, no? This is parent or not now? This is right. Okay. Now see what happens. Sir, we are creating object for demo exception. We are creating object. Sir, we are creating object for demo exception 1. But this demo exception 1 extended from exception. Extended from exception. We linked, no? This is the link. We linked it. Always in inheritance chapter, I given parent class, child class. That is only demo purpose. Now you have to apply that knowledge. Okay, right. Extends. This exception has one parent. Exception has one parent. Probable. Throbal. This throbal has one parent. Serializable, one interface. Interface to class what keyword? Implements. Now let me open from the library. Okay, right. I'll open Throbal. I'll open it. First I'll open serializable. Java P, Java dot IO dot serializable. Observe, that is one interface with 0 members. Nothing is there, empty. That interface is empty. Sir, this interface is empty. Empty members. Right. Nothing is available. Okay, right. Now, I'll go with Throbal. Java dot lang dot Throbal. Throbal is one class. Can you see here? This Throbal class implements from serializable. Link available now, right? This Throbal has some constructors. Some methods are available. See the method now? Get message. I use the method now, no? Right. So throwable will provide three important methods. One is get message. One is print stack trace. One is toString method it provides. Then exception is a child to throwable. Exception is a child to throwable. Can you see? Here methods are not available, only constructors, no methods. Exception do not have any methods, only constructors. Got it right? So here only constructors. Roughly for knowledge purpose. Now we are creating object for whom now? Child. We are creating object for child now. Demo exception 1. We are creating. Sir, we are creating object for demo exception. This is the object. This is the object. We are creating object for this. This object is coming from the child. This is child object. That is child object. Right? This is child object now. Now look here. Whatever the message I am passing, whatever the message I am passing, the message, this message will be taken by this constructor. Demo exception 1 constructor will take the message. This will pass the message to the parent. Here also constructors are there now. Yes or no? Na? Right. We are passing the message here. Now this exception will pass the message to parent. Internally, it passes the message to parent. Now this throwable will not pass message to serializable because serializable constructor, sorry, serializable interface will not support constructors, you know already. Now this throwable constructor will take the message and keep the message here. The message will come here. Invalid values. Now, from here, the message is binded here. All of you understood this? The message coming or not now, right? The message came and binded to that object. The message came and binded to the object. Now, object creation ended. Now, object creation ended. Once the object creation, after message binding completed, what are the methods available in the parent? They have to get the memory here now. Yes or no? Na? Parent class members has to get the memory. So parent class methods will get the memory. I am highlighting get message method will get the memory. Get message method will get the memory. Print stack trace will get the memory. Print stack trace will get the memory. ToString method will get the memory. ToString method will get the memory. Dot What are the methods available? All will come. For interview purpose, they'll ask these three methods. I highlighted these three methods. Once the object creation completed, the reference will be loaded onto the variable. This reference will be loaded onto D. The reference will be loaded here, no? Right. So RHS one object created, the object reference loaded onto D. When it is loaded onto D now, we are throwing that D, throw D. Now, whenever I throw D, the reference will come and load onto catch block. It come and load onto catch block. All of you understood this? Yes or no? The reference will come. If I speak orally, you may understand, you may not. Just I'm putting one diagram. How it is happening. One time diagram, that's all. You'll imagine it. Now, the control came to catch block, no? Here. Here I am printing system.out.println d.get message. I am printing. I am calling the method from there. I'm calling the method. Anyway, you brought D, so d.get message. Now this get message method will display the output. What output now? Invalid element. The answer is coming or not now? So that get message method, what is available there, it takes the message and display. That's the concept. All of you understood this? Right. Okay. That is only user defined exception. So we only created object. We only thrown the reference onto catch block. Because in interview, they'll ask you to explain throw and throws. Throws not entered, throw came. Whether you know the concept of throw and throws or not. When you are answering, they will listen carefully what you are saying. So what is throw keyword? Throw keyword is used to throw object reference onto catch block in the process of handling exception. That's right. Throw keyword not there means you cannot throw that object reference onto catch block. It will not go. That's the meaning of it. So this is the diagram of user defined exception. Hope you understood, I think. For predefined exception, object creation throwing the reference is done by the execution control automatically. Clear everyone? But here we are only creating object. We are only throwing the reference onto catch block. That's only difference. So this diagram I'll paste here. All of you understood this? Right. Okay. Now I'll write the second program also. To make that idea what you got it stronger, I'll write the second program also. With the same process, I will write it. This program also old program only. Employee details, old program. But here some rules I'll keep it. With the rules, I'll construct the exception and come. You have to cross check it. Example program 2. Example program 2. Convert. Employee details application into exception handling process. Employee details application into exception handling process. Here exception conditions anyway. Here note. Employee ID must be 4 characters, alphanumeric, must be the length 4. That is a rule. If not, raise the exception. Invalid employee ID. Now, employee designation must be in SE or TE or ME. If not, invalid designation. That also one exception. Now, basic salary must be minimum 12,000. If not, exception. So the 3 conditions I'll write. If exceptionally not there, you also can do the program. If else you'll write it or not now. That program you know already. But I don't want to write that if else. You must write try catch. All object oriented programmers will write try catch. Right. See there? I am writing the program. Observe it. I am taking exception application. Exception application 2 I am taking. Click on finish. Package test. Package maccess. I took interface or what? Right. Under test, I am taking first main class. I have to take it. Demo exception 2 I am taking. Right. Construct the rules now. Import java.util. The first rule, it must extends from exception. The class must be declared with parameterized constructor. So public demo exception to string message. We had super of message. Now here, third point is all the statements must be under try block except scanner. Scanner yes is equal to new scanner of system dot in. Now you write try end of try. Wherever the try is there, their catch will be there. So inside this try block now, inside this try block, enter the employee ID. So system dot out dot println, enter the employee ID. Now employee ID is a string, no? String employee ID is equal to S dot next line. Here one condition is there. What is the condition now? Employee ID. If it is not equal to, employee ID dot length, if it is not equal to 4, this is exception condition. All of you understood this? If it is not equal to 4, exception condition. If the exception condition is true, what you have to do now? Create object for the class where you are writing the exception. So I am writing the exception in which class now? Demo exception 4. Create object for demo exception 4. Some D is equal to new demo exception 4. Pass the message. What is the message now? Sir, invalid employee ID. Demo exception 2. I must use throw keyword, no? Right. Throw D. If exception not there, if the condition is not true, read the name. So system dot out dot print ln, enter the employee name. Employee name. Now string e name is equal to S dot next line. I am not putting any condition for a name. Okay, right. Now enter the designation. System dot out dot print ln. Enter the designation. Enter the employee designation. Now string designation is equal to S dot next line dot to uppercase, because for comparison you must use uppercase, no? Right. Okay, right. Now designation I'll keep in the subclass. You have the return type switch, no? Right. There you have to cross check the designation. I'll go with one subclass. Right click on test, new, class name is designation. Designation. In this designation, we had one method. So public boolean verify of string designation. You have to cross check designation available or not. Return switch of designation semicolon here. Here case SE yield 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 true. Now case TE YIELD yield true. Now case ME YIELD yield true. Now here default FAULT default YIELD yield false. You know this kind of syntax already. So from this designation class, I will get the designation available or not. Okay, right. I'll go for main class. I must import this designation there. Import it. So import test dot designation. Create object for designation here. Designation some DG is equal to new designation one object. Using this object DG dot verify of designation. What is the return type of verify now? Boolean. So Boolean value will come here. If Boolean is true, if of K, if it is true, designation available. Yes or no? Now So I want to make not true. Suppose K is false. K is false means designation not there, no? I am making the condition as a true. If it is false, I'll make a condition true. I'll make it as what now? Exception condition. So designation not available if the if condition becomes true. When the if condition becomes true now, when the K is false. When K will become false now, designation not available. That's right. So what is exception condition now? If it is true, you have to create object for the class. Same, no? Right. Only message will be changed. What is the message now? Invalid designation. Suppose this exception also not there. If exception not there, system dot out dot println enter the basic salary. Enter the basic salary. Whenever you enter the basic salary here, now int basic salary is equal to s dot next int. Now what is the rule here now? Sir, basic salary must be minimum 12,000. Whatever the basic salary you entered, if it is less than 12,000, if it is less than 12,000, sir, this is exception condition. If the exception condition is true, you have to change the message. What is the message here now? Sir, invalid basic salary. Suppose this also not available, means not exception not raised. You can take one employee salary and create total salary anyway, but I am writing here only anyway. Float total salary is equal to basic salary plus HRA plus DA. 0.93F into basic salary, 0.63F into basic salary. Now all exceptions are not available means display the details. System dot out dot println employee details. So print it. System dot out dot println employee ID is equal to EID, employee name, name, employee designation, employee basic salary. Employee total salary. If exceptions are not, the program will run. But all exceptions are coming to same catch block. What is the catch block here now? Sir, demo exception to D. Print the message. System dot out dot println here DA dot get message. Here finally block. Finally, what is there now? Yes dot close. So this is your exception program. All of you understood the process what I used? Easy only, no? Yes or no? Na? Right, I will run it. See there, employee ID A12. Size is 3 characters, no? Right. Whenever 3 characters now, exception raised, one object created. The same diagram, one object created. Object will contain one message. Reference will go to catch block. Message will come. Invalid employee ID. Suppose I entered 4 letters I entered. Now name, I don't have any validation. Designation MM. MM designation not there. So automatically exception raised. One object created with a message. The message is invalid designation. Right. Suppose I entered A111 Raj designation SC 1200. 1200 less than 12,000. Exception raised. Object created with the message invalid basic salary. Working no? Suppose if I entered all correctly now here. So A111 Raj designation SC and some 16,000 here. Answer is coming or not? All of you observed? Here doubt will come. All messages are coming to same catch block. If you write else blocks, the code will be increased or not now? Sir, why they should come to catch block? What is the reason means? In real-time market, the messages will come to web browsers. Whenever you want to send some message to the web browser, you must write UI. You are learning, no? HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Angular. That all will join in the advanced Java to you. So for response, you have to keep the response onto web browser. That all codes you must write now into your Java program. There, the message should come to one location. There we write a UI code. The message will come. Because of this is an object-oriented programming given a flexibility to bring all messages to one single location. That only try catch. Wherever the disturbance comes, the control will come to catch block. That only concept. All of you understood this statement, right? Here one more exception is there. The exception is nothing but A111 Raj designation SC. Now 1200.0. I am entering the float value or not now? Float value means what now? Input mismatch exception. For this input mismatch, we not declared any catch block, no? If we declare catch block, message will come. So add one catch block to input mismatch exception. You write one catch block for input mismatch exception. IME roughly. Here put one manual message. System.out.println. So here enter only integer value. That's a message. If you enter other than integer, error will come. Now A111 Raj SC basic salary 0.56. Enter only integer value. All of you understood now? Right. Okay. Now in this, I took how many programs now? One is designation. Designation.java. One is demo methods 2.java. This is one main class. All of you understood? Say yes or no to me. Louder. Then do assignment and come. What is assignment now? Do you remember string chapter? Student class is waiting there. Do you remember? After a long time, we are touching student class because that program should be converted into exception handle. It is waiting already. Got it right? So convert student application into exception handling. Wherever the else block is there in your program, that else block messages should be converted into catch block. Maximum you try it. Remaining, I'll give the solution. I'll write the code. Right? Okay. So because the program I kept there with more conditions I kept there. I said on that day also, I'll convert this program into exception handling, I said. Today, you got one minimum knowledge. I cannot say maximum knowledge. Some idea you got it. Anyway, some idea came, sir. That idea you try it. Okay, right. Now, assignment, convert. Convert. Student application. Student application into exception handling process. Wherever the else blocks are there, that you have to convert into catch blocks. Try it once. So meanwhile, some notes is available in the exception handling. Let me give that. Okay, right. Now start small theoretical notes now. Make it. Star mark IMP. Define throwable. Define throwable. Throwable is a class from java.lang package and which is root of exception handling process. Throwable is a class from java.lang package and which is root of exception handling process. Root of exception handling process. This throwable class is extended into the following subclasses. The following subclasses. 1. Error class. 1 is exception class. 1 is error class. 1 is exception class. Error class and exception class. Now, here one small diagram. Hierarchy of throwable class. Hierarchy of throwable class. Hierarchy of throwable class. Sir, this is throwable. Throwable. One class. This throwable class will come from lang. Java.lang. This throwable class has one parent. Serializable. Serializable. One interface. java.io. Implements. This throwable has two children. One is error, one is exception. Error. One class. One is exception. One class. These two are children. Extends and extends. Extends and extends. This error will have one error, virtual machine error. Machine error. This virtual machine error is abstract class. So here to here, we had extends. Sir, class to abstract class, can we extend? That means we can extend. Yes or no? Na? I only given a diagram to you. Okay, right. Now, runtime exception. A runtime exception. Runtime exception is a class. Here to here we had extends. Now, so up to here you have to remember the last entry question is there. Throwable entry question is there because throwable will come to advanced Java. This throwable will come to advanced Java. Advanced Java last means JSP. Sir will bring in JSP throwable. On the day 99% people will forget it. Throwable, somewhere I listened to this term, you'll think it. We highlight it actually. Throwable is very important because he only root because he is only giving methods. Observed, right? The diagram you observed it only giving methods. The constructor only taking your message and binding. So some codes are available in throwable because the throwable will come to advanced Java automatically. Tomcat server internally two containers Jasper Catalina. Jasper container internally automatically throwable object will come. So the throwable has some its important role in the market. Now, this throwable, you cannot remember all methods, but remember three methods I'm highlighting because entry question that is, what is the difference between get message, print stack trace and toString? Already you know toString, but even then they'll ask that three together because I'm highlighting and not given a notes. I'll give separately after writing 1-2 programs, one idea will come. Then we write the notes, but we are highlighting that methods are available here. We are highlighting. One is get message. Get message. One is print stack trace. One is toString method. These three methods are important methods of throwable. This is of throwable. So, Okay, right. Now we have to start the notes. What is error? What is exception? How many types of exceptions are there? Checked, predefined. Among checked, how many are there? Among unchecked, how many are there? Now the program is today unchecked exceptions. Example. So without knowing that, you are practicing and coming. You have to practice and come. Practically, you have to practice and come. Remaining all, we give the notes by tomorrow. Can I start the notes by tomorrow? Right. 20 minutes notes will be there. That notes is interview question notes. Checked exception, unchecked exception, compile time exception, runtime exception, what is error, what is exception, like this. 20 minutes, the total notes will come. After 20 minutes, notes has been completed. Second program means checked exception program will come. After that checked exception program, tomorrow it takes that only time. Checked exception example. Day after tomorrow, I'll write bank transaction is waiting. No, that bank transaction we convert into exception handle. That's the plan. So you are converting student class, no? At last, I'll come and convert that program into exception handle. That's the plan. I take a break for today. Right. Venkatesh sir will not get absent. Right. I'll come by tomorrow. Right.